morning. A sunny Glasgow. Some dewy grass and wet toes. I've not come on here this morning to reply to any of the mean comments or the cruel people. So many cruel people. What lovely clouds. Wi-Fi clouds. So who deals with this? Today is going to be about 25 degrees. It's a Monday morning, so most people are going to be attempting to stay off their work. You can look at the sky for a few minutes. That's how it's done, my friend. Aye. How you doing? All right. Well, I'm forgetting that this kids are going to school. Well, if anyone's lucky to come on and see this morning, or if anyone's listening, this weekend I've had fathers want to fight outside my house. I've had fathers who see their children, or some of their children, tell me they're going to end their lives. And all of this takes place because these young fathers are drunk and taking drugs. Now, would they say they would be killing themselves, or would they kill themselves if they weren't drunk or full of drugs at the weekend? They don't get full contact with their children, but they do get some contact. It's just no matter how desperate things get, when we're drunk, or taking cocaine or speed or any of these codeine or anything the doctor gives you, anything drug dealers give you, doctors give you, like drug dealers, whether you're paying or not, that's not for your benefit, that's for theirs. They benefit from messing with your mind. Now, I don't think my ex-partner was a big drinker or big drug addict. I know her head was messed up from years of taking speed or something like this, and when she worked in the west of Scotland, hotels, round Oban. And that's where a lot of the abuse goes on, up the west coast of Scotland, up the coastlines of Scotland. And we know in the city, where the MSP MP Nicola Sturgeon candidacy was in the most abusive area for children in Scotland. But that's the thing. Child abuse is something that's being ignored in Scotland, and it seems to be if well, my ex-partner, if you're willingly abusive, if you're a mother willing to hurt her own children, If you're violent, if your sense of humour is watching other people in pain, then you might have a similar disposition to my ex-partner. And I understand that I'm the fool for going back with her. But my son was born. I got to spend a good deal of time with my daughter before the reabduction. But the thing is, to live comfortably, you have to live in trust. I mean, I couldn't not trust my ex-partner. I knew not to trust her, but I had to trust her. I mean, when you're telling someone of a day in front of your kids, or going to bed, love you, sweetheart, good night, and they laugh at you in front of the kids, or you tell your kids you love them, you tell your partner you love her, and your kids say, love you, daddy, your partner laughs at you, and your kids start to see that becoming a habit. This is what my ex-partner done. This is what vicious women can do. I can just never imagine a man doing that type of thing, but I know there is such little effeminate, child abusing, lowlife, scumbag, Jesuit, church attending, Catholic, Protestant, Freemasonic, Eastern Star, all of this nonsense that affects every single town in Europe and the Americas. There's always a rat. There's always a rat willing to abuse a child. Always. Now this morning, if you enjoy these kind of rants from a foolish wee man that you think's got peanut butter in his mouth, or the police within Scotland attempt to get the man to feel rotten, so rotten in fact he might kill himself, because that's what Police Scotland do. We have departments set up and paid for, and it's always again little thoughtless rats trying to abuse. There's always one or two people that want to stick out and show you that you're going to get support no matter how much little rats say things, and there's nice people come and say things from different areas, but when you make yourself, or you put yourself out in a vulnerable position, you have to be thick-skinned. Everyone been nice to you, and I've had these YouTube channels in the past, and everyone has been shut down. Everyone. And you always get fake friends, fake lovers, just really fake people, normally police, playing a role. Some target you and break you, some try and befriend you and break you. None of them are actually good enough to break you, but it does show the state of our state. It does show you the mess of the UK and the UK's services, because we treat criminals far too well. Far too well. They're in hotels. I mean, even in Paisley, a couple of miles walk, we've got illegal immigrants having all their washing done, having 3 meals a day, given electric bikes and mobile phones. What is that about? Living in more than £10 a day. Whereas foolish fathers like myself, I'm blocked from gaining employment or opening my own business because this predatory Polish rat that does abuse children, that is court documented to abduct, abuse children, a court documented liar, someone who lied about being raped and beaten and everything else, the type of woman who does beat children, who does beat her ex-partners, and she does beat her ex-partners, I can certainly say that for sure. I mean, you see the size of this woman, you'll know she's big enough to handle herself and evil enough to actually follow through with threats, and she is evil. And I'm not saying any man she's going to be seen next is going to be a good guy. I just want to warn them. I know the number of men she cheated on and made a fool of me with, but you always believe that she might be able to get older and grow up and see past those evil doings. But once you've passed 40 and you're still doing that, I really hold no hope for you, ever. women abusing children. I mean, full stop. I know there are more women that abuse children than men. I know it's easier for women to abuse because women are actually supported when they abuse children. They're financially assisted when they are physically assaulting children. They're financially and for every way supported, but only when they're vicious. And I know that's why some mothers come on to me and say, well, I've tried everything, doing everything the right way, and I still don't get to see my children as often as I should. And my ex, this wee Freemasonic or this little church-going man, he seems to get everything. There's a reason for those things happening. The more than likely, if your partner is one of these little effeminate men, he's probably got a boyfriend on the side. Like the priests. Like every one of these attendees are fake. Look at Hollywood. I mean, imagine having to be a child to a Hollywood star. Your life is screwed from second one. I mean, they can actually buy children. You can buy any colour you want, any flavour. It's just sickness what the Hollywood and MTV, the Masonic television network has done and allowed to you. This is the last day you're going to have to suffer my voice, because I've already had the messages through telling me that my data is finished and I must pay them money or else I don't get to continue. And you know what, I'll just call that an electronic fast. I can't come on here and moan. In fact, I can put my phone aside and forget it for a few days at least. But I would love to come back on a Thursday or Friday, maybe the same time each day, from when I managed to get some food and top my phone up. Now, I'm not asking anyone or looking for anyone to assist in any way. I have not put up any details about buying me a coffee or donating me some anything. There is no alternative reasoning for me to be here and doing this and speaking to you other than I want to see my children, and I don't want parents, mothers and fathers, to suffer. Because even if it's a 50-50 split, it's 100% of children, but it's not a 50-50 split. 90% of fathers, the rate of suicide for fathers, and that's why I started this thing today, by letting you know, fathers are just needing help. They're telling their friends, I'm going to kill myself at the weirdest times of the day, and there's nothing you can do. And if you're doing that, I'm sorry you're in that position. But you can't continue to use threats of killing yourself. You can't do that. Women abusing children. Polish women abusing children. Gorzów Wielkopolski women assisting the abuse of children. Police Scotland killing fathers, breaking families, being paid to wreck the family unit. Gaslighting men and women so they feel down. That's what Police Scotland's paid to do. Polish police are quite similar. All around Europe, the police are now the same. Low paid, abusive, order followers, and a fascist regime. Well, I guess it's a technocratic one these days, I'm sure, being digital, but it's the same. Some kind of technocratic fascist pigs abusing kids, which needs to end. Mothers, you have support networks out there to turn to. You just have to make sure you don't turn violent, abusive liars and cheats that bed hop, because that tends to be what women do when they're supported. Good women tend to fall by the wayside, not go for that help, because they know the help is making them vicious little feminists. That's what help in the UK and Europe does. Children need help. We need charities for good parents and children. That's it. We look into all background of Freemasonry, church-going, lying, beastly people, these predatory, fake, child-abusing lowlives. Kids can sniff them out. You've sniffed them out. If you ever went to chapel as a child, you sniffed out these predators. You've seen them. And some are very pretty and very convincing and over the age of 40 and still abusing their own children. Polish women are on here assisting child abuse. There's Polish women on here assisting a child abuser. There's men from a company called Troax who threatened to sue me in Poland who protect a child abductor. They said they were going to take me to court for slander because I said they were protecting a child abuser, a child abductor, a liar, and a woman that said I'd physically and sexually assaulted her. And that's 100% true, and they would have lost the court case. I tried to explain it through my lawyer onto their lawyer. They know fine well. But that's the thing. Private businesses are willing to be part of breaking up families. Then you look in, you find that the little Freemasonic businesses, connections all over. And that's the thing about Freemasons, Catholics, Jesuits, Knights of St Columba. Well, any one of these, Eastern Star for the women, any one of these 33 fraternity, little piglet fraternities. And you are pigs abusing kids. I mean, you're real little piglets. And I'm sure there'll be people on here that have been asked to join and were man enough not to, but I'm sure the vast majority of you that were asked had the other man and your friend, I'll put up, I'll speak up for him. Rats, child abusing rats, Freemasonic, Jesuit, Catholic, cult rats. Doesn't matter what denomination you are, you join those little piglets, you join the police. You can't give your word to anyone anymore. And the thing is, women are doing this, mothers are doing this. How dare you call yourself a mother? How dare you call yourself a mother, Kasia? How dare you call yourself a mother? How dare your mother call herself a babcha? Child abusing rats. Gorzów Wielkopolski. Landsberg, Germany. Well, that's what Gorzów Wielkopolski is, just Landsberg, Nazi Germany. And my children are still held there. Landsberg, where the Nazis thrived up until they put Hitler in jail in Landsberg, where they hold my children hostage, where the child abusing Polish liar moves on to the next man and the next man and the next. And there will never be a happy child with their fathers or family. And if you're a parent and you want children to get to spend time with both loving parents, then please press like. Please subscribe. By the end of this week, you can unsubscribe if I'm not back. If I am, and I'm going to bother doing this, there has to be a reason to do it. I'm not going to get paid off the Google algorithms, I'm not going to get paid off YouTube, because I'm going to speak the very same way. I'm not going to keep it sanitised, because that's what's wrong. I want to say hello to some nice people out there. The message that have been retracted, I get it. I get it. You don't like me, but you are quite envious. I'm wearing bus clothes. I'm hungry. I'm old. My hair looks yellow. I get called Fanta or orange. It's too early to go in here. Or is it? Monday morning, everyone's up. But every one of these buildings got a wee Eastern Star low life in it. Every one of them have heard the crappy story about this father wanting to see his son and daughter. Who cares about that? Who cares about some Scottish guy wanting to see his kids? Because we've got a lot of the Rat Pack still surviving. You should be doing something different right now. You should be doing something worthwhile. There's something that's going to come into your mind today, and if you follow that, and it's different from what you done yesterday and the day before, this is the last time I'm going to get to speak to any of you. I'm quite happy about that because I'm going to ditch this phone. I'm going to start walking. My son and daughter need to know me. No matter if it's just police out there putting families and fathers down. No matter if you want to contact me at the end of your shift and tell me you actually do support and believe in the things that I'm saying. And if you don't believe that children should have both safe, loving parents, something's very wrong with you. We know this place here is filled with predators. We know YouTube is filled with predators. And they're rewarded. They've got fake girlfriends, children on the way, and it's one big lie, the same as the mainstream TV was and is. It's spread to YouTube, it's spread to TikTok, and all your other social media sites. Influencers. Just the same word as predators, but we use the word influencers. YouTube's got lots of wee people getting paid lots of money. And if any money ever comes this way, I don't want it. Give it to the Polish crab. It's all she ever loved. She doesn't love her children. She's got no idea how to love herself, really. She fills her face up with the most destructive chemicals, and I bet a lot of you women do that. You fill your face up with the most destructive chemicals. Botox. Neurotoxin. Let's stick it near her brain. And her lips and her eyes on her forehead. Yes, this woman's fake. But so is her love for you. The words that she's saying to you are lies. She's a beast. Her name's Kasha. She's abducted children, she's abused children, she's slept around and she won't say she loves you. If you say you love her, she'll laugh at you. And people still help her. Call her a mother. As long as we belittle fathers and they kill themselves, it seems to be you think you're doing what you need to. A big plasma ball. Is there a black sun there? Underneath is the moon plasma. Ah, is the sky blue? It amazes me we have the answers to these things. And we don't know if they're true. Science doesn't know the most basic things about the most basic parts of our reality. Science has got no idea about it. Modern science. I just want Ava and Matthew to have an opportunity to see their dad. My dad used to say things like that, and he obviously did get to see us every day, but my dad would say, "Be good if you get an opportunity to see your dad and speak to your dad. As soon as I see him, I'll let him know." So my dad was always the joker. I know that didn't sound much of a joke, but I can't tell jokes. I'm serious and angry. Grrr, I'm tough. The seagull's bigger than the cats. I don't know why, but going through my head it's constantly I'm thinking, go and see my brother in Indonesia, and then it's, he doesn't speak to you anyway, but he will show up. Because he's probably on here with a fake account. None of my brothers actually support anything that I do, but none of us support each other or see each other. It's a crazy thing, but if you've got brothers or sisters out there, and your family's not falling apart, thank God for that. Thank God some families are still staying together. But it is the fashionable thing to do. Is anybody close to Glasgow? Anyone out here close to Glasgow that's willing to allow me to jump in along and we'll go on a ride through Europe? Anyone willing to go on a ride through Europe? I don't want to go with you. Just if you've got a means to get across, I'll jump in with you. And depending on where from, whether it's, I don't know, Newcastle or down south, then there's a big disparity between the time it takes to get to the Netherlands or France, don't it? But either way, if anyone's going to cross to Europe, I'd love to go. Yes, the UK is broken, but I mean, someone has to stay and try and fix it, tidy things up here while I'm away, keep things tidy up, hoover, polish, you know. Don't turn the TV on. Kind of shut down most of the Predators first thing, didn't I? Ignoring the comments, ignoring the police. And I know the police, once they're called out as being murdering, child abusing, partner punching, coke-headed, porn viewing lowlives. I mean, that is the vast majority of a long-term police officer. Cokehead, porn viewing, wife beater, or husband beater. And that's the people you're supposed to turn to for help. So it's nice to see some young ones come on board, but you know they're getting paid so little they won't stick around, and if they do stick around, something's wrong with them. If anyone's been stupid enough to stay along, listen to this nonsense, I guess it is the security services or Poland, or the Polish embassies, or it could be the prosecutors in Poland that are the most dodgy. I mean, I think there's not a town, there's not a street in Poland where there isn't a criminal. There's not a street in Glasgow, Wielkopolski where there's not like one large a criminal or a criminal network in each estate. And the biggest criminals in Glasgow, Wielkopolski are the prosecutors and judges, the psychologists, psychoanalysts, the police, the doctors, the teachers. They're in a Catholic system, they're all Catholic cult members, and not one of you should trust any of the Catholic cult predators in Glasgow, Wielkopolski. Women abuse children. Babcias abuse children. Mothers Mama is abusing children. And you sit back and you listen and you do nothing about it. I've told you it's Glasgow Wielkopolski. I've told you the prosecutor is Krzysztof Rydzyński. He's protecting prosecutor Catherine, a friend of the family, abusing my children. She put me in a prison as a terrorist in Glasgow Wielkopolski for her friends, to make them happy and smile that they could treat the father of their children like a terrorist in Poland. And prosecutor Catherine done that on behalf of the Jaksh family. And then prosecutor Krzysztof Rydzyński attacked me because I went after Catherine because she'd done this. And then I'm attacking prosecutor Krzysztof Rydzyński because he's a little foul piglet. He's a pig. Liar. He's a liar. Prosecutor Krzysztof Liar Rydzyński. You lying pig. You lying family wrecking pig. You've got a family, and believe me, you're going to wreck it, you pig. If you've not already got a boyfriend and your wife is just some fake thing, you family wrecking pig. Krzysztof Rydzyński, family wrecking liar. Prosecutor Catherine helping out friends, throwing innocent fathers in a prison as a terrorist. Prosecutor Catherine in Glasgow, you parasite. You're the terrorist. Terrorist prosecutors in Poland. Can name them and no one does a thing. Glasgow Wielkopolski, prosecutor Catherine, she is a terrorist assisting child abusers, ignoring the fact that my ex-partner lied, admitted the lie about being raped. She admitted it. She told you it was Edinburgh Women's Aid that wrote a story. And yet my children suffer every day in Poland because of prosecutor Catherine, because of prosecutor Krzysztof Rydzyński. I'm threatened every day, threatened until 2026. Everything you use is to protect predatory scumbags, the Catholic cult members from Jana Pawla II, John Paul II. What did he do apart from kill, murder children? And you still revere this child abusing Polish cult member. And now Glasgow, the cult capital of the Catholic cult, for complete scumbags. I've got so many friends in this town. I've taught children in this town, and you abuse children in Glasgow. The prosecutors abuse families, mothers abuse children, Babches hurt children, Jadeks grab children away from their fathers while you abuse foreign fathers. That's Polish scum. And if there's any Polish people here that stand by these prosecutors that abuse children, then you're scum too. Prosecutor Catherine, treating fathers like terrorists. You're going to burn in hell for that, Prosecutor Catherine, you know it. And you'll burn along with the family you assisted. Prosecutor Krzysztof Rydzyński, whether or not he's in a fake relationship and he has one of these Freemasonic Jesuit relationships with a woman just so he can feel like a man for a few seconds, because really he's banging little boys. Family wrecking Polish in Glasgow Wielkopolski. Don't be confused by the fact that I love the Polish people. There's so many Polish people in Scotland, and those Polish people stand up for the Scots. They don't abuse children. And if there are people smuggling, trust me, I understand that Polish fall to the most disgusting business regimes. I get it. And I try and get my friends and family in Poland away from the scum. But it's infected. It's infected with Catholicism. It's infected with violent child abuse, and it has been for decades. The Catholic child abusing cult, it breaks families and you know it. Priests rape children and you know it. Priests are taken from Italy that rape children and hidden in Poland and you know it. Poland is a safe space for child abusing, family wrecking rats and you know it. Because I can name them. I can name the women treating fathers like terrorists to achieve the joy for the child abusing local family. That's Glasgow Wielkopolski. Every bit of this is court documented, can be proved. It's just that the prosecutors decided to ignore it. The prosecutors decided to ignore the child abuse. Prosecutor Catherine picked me off the street and used a policeman to break his oath and throw me in a prison cell, while Krzysztof Rydzyński had to protect her for the week later, for the day after I was released. She knew that she had hurt the wrong man. terrorised the wrong man, and in turn she became the terrorist, and she will face a trial for terrorism. Prosecutor Catherine Gorzhov, Prosecutor Krzysztof Rosinski, and you know I'm going to be speaking about you as well. Elsbieta Dietrich, Elsbieta Dietrich, psychologist, psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, no, child abuser. You assisted the child abuser, you assist every one of you after she admitted lying about being raped. And that's the sick thing, every one of you assisted her after the court case. All of you assisted her after she admitted abusing her father. And you continue to abuse my children and helping her because you make money. Psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, liar, cheat. You know you've chose the wrong system and hurt the wrong children. Elsbieta Dietrich, you know that. There's been about 10 different psychiatrists my children have been popped around because of you lot. Child abusing rats. Now when I come across and you try and hurt me, believe me, there's going to be war there in Poland like there is here. The only difference is the Polish will be fighting for me against you scumbag prosecutors abusing children. The Polish fathers will be fighting for fathers, not for the prosecutors. They're fighting for Poland, not prosecutors. They're fighting for Polish fathers, not prosecutors. And believe me, it's coming. It's coming very soon. And I won't be stopped. I miss my children every day, and it's getting worse. If you're a parent and you don't get to spend any time with your son or daughter, your family don't get to see your son or daughter, and a woman is stopping you from getting to see your son and daughter, or a man is stopping you from getting to see your son and daughter, believe me, there's a prosecutor, there's a system, there's a cult behind those child abusing liars helping them. Women know when they're being vicious pigs. My ex-partner knows she's a bed-hopping, vicious, child abusing piglet. Her mother knows she's the same. She's just a vile, ugly, abusive woman. Vaklava yaksh. Child abusers. Child abusers. Gorzhov Wielkopolski, you're nothing more than Hitler's Landsberg child abusers. That's what you are. Check the history of Gorzhov Wielkopolski and you will see the terrorists. You'll see the prosecutor of terrorists, not the fathers. You'll see the psychiatrists, the liars, cheats. All they want is money. Thieving, gypsies, Gorzhov Wielkopolski, gypsy liars. And I mean that. You thieving pigs. I come there and I'm happy to teach your children English. Yes, my accent might not be great. Some of you might think it's not understandable, but Polish young children have this accent because it's a great accent. And because I've got a good mind, I'm a loving man and a loving father. And the only thing keeping us down is feminists abusing children, a Catholic cult and Freemasonry. The Catholic cult and Freemasons, the Catholics and Protestants. Now their goal is to try and join with the Jews and the Muslims so they can all rape kids together. Catholics, Jews and Muslims. Look in their holy books. Nothing holy about their books. Raping kids, abusing kids. The Catholic cult wants to be part of that and always has been. Always used their books, never used the Bible. If they used the Bible, they wouldn't abuse kids. Not one bit's in that book's about abusing kids, but look at all the other. The Talmud. It's disgusting what is in that. And we have right now women abusing children, mothers abusing children, mothers abusing children. In Poland? Are you in Poland? Mothers are abusing children next to you. I'm in Scotland and there's mothers abusing children here. There's grandmothers not getting to see their grandkids. Not ever. Why? Because I get called a rapist and a woman beater. And then years after having spent tens of thousands of pounds through court, I lose my house, I lose my kids, and I win the court case. I get back. She does the same again, and she's supported by all of the feminist cult members of the Catholic Church in Jana Pavla II. Not just the feminist cult members, not just the feminists, But the prosecutors will help. I'm talking the male prosecutors, not prosecutor Catherine, the family friend that lives in the same region, Gorchin in Glasgow. She lives in Gorchin, where I lived with my children. And instead of being safe, prosecutors, police abuse children. They support the child abuser. I mean, this is after she's called me a rapist and said, no, I lied. She lied in court. She admitted the lie and they still assist the abuser. She admitted the abduction. They still assist the abuser. But I thought you only abducted the kids because they raped you. Yeah, but I'm a lying pig. I was cheating on them. I was cheating their kids. I'm happy to abuse the kids. I'll go with any fat Freemason because they're going to protect me. All part of the Catholic cult. All part of it. 3 minutes, then I'm off. I think there's 4 people watching, a handful of people watching. There's 1 like. And I need to put £15 in this to come back and speak to you tomorrow? Not a chance. Not a chance. 1 like, 4 people, 10 people. Who cares? What's the point? But what I do know is, this will get to my children at some point. But children are the ones who are being abused. Those abused become abusers. Like my ex-partner, I know she was abused. I know. Looking at her now, knowing her mother would, if you met her mother, within a few weeks her mother would be abusing you. She's a complete bully. She's a big, heavy, abusive liar. And that's where Kasia got taught. A big feminist Catholic liar. I mean, to see some of the things Kasia's capable of doing and willing to do, these skin-twisting, child-abusing scumbags. And they're supported by the prosecutors, the teachers, the doctors, the police, the judges, everyone in the Landsberg. Every Nazi in Landsberg supports her. But the thing is, in Gorzów-Wielkopolski, it's the same place. I know there's school teachers. I even know there's a girl called Kasia, because she used to come to the English night on a Tuesday. Chart Tuesday. If you go to Chart Tuesday in Gorzów, that's a pub, a public house, where you can go and have a drink, or a cup of tea, and meet loads of Polish people and speak in English. There was a lady called Kasia, and whenever I spoke to her, I would speak about what was going on. She felt so hurt, and I could see she felt broken. Her name was Kasia, and my ex-partner was Kasia. You get on here to rant like this, ha ha ha. Jacob Foy. Now Foy, my family's got Foys in it, and I know they're all Catholic, Jesuit, you're all Freemasonic dudes. Now, Foy. It's not a case of coming on. If you are a man, I don't think you're a man, you might be a wee Freemasonic lowlife, but if you're a man and your children have been abducted, your children are being abused, and you've got no way to get to see them, and this is one way that you can voice your opinion and be heard, so you wouldn't do that? I usually think this is coming from police. The positive and negative comments I usually think is coming from police. Because you've got to be more intelligent than the comments that you put. Man, children are being abused, and I see men's names. I never see pictures. Never see pictures of people. I never see like 10 years in a picture or 2 years in a picture with a person. No, not at all. That's what most men have become. You've become that coward. And I understand why people are pushing to get your identification, because you're a parasite. You're more than likely going to be the one that's trying to cause upset and abuse people. So go and verify who you are. I'll verify everything about my life, and only since my children were abducted and abused, I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't be watching YouTubers. I probably wouldn't have a mobile phone. I used to sell these things in the 90s. I'm part of the problem that created this through DX Communications, Richard Emmanuel's company. I was selling these phones from mid-1990s big analogue things. Can hear some singing coming from the houses because the sunshine's coming. So yes, I do get on here, and if it's a rant to you, it's just a rant in general, but the rant is never going to end because children are being abused, and if you were a man, you would get that without being able to write some little effeminate comment, because I understand most of you men out there didn't have a father either. Most of you grown up men were brought up by women, and most of you are little effeminate child abusers, and I see that in our society, reflected in our society. And I feel sorry if you didn't have your father there, especially if he was taken away from you by drugs, drink, alcohol, or the mother, or a combination of all of them. And if you're Scottish, you'll know it's going to be a combination of the lot. If you're a drinker and you're with a woman that drinks, and she can gain from taking you out, she'll do that. That's what my ex-partner did. She tried to get what I had first, because I used to have quite a lot. I used to have lots of money coming in because I built my own company and I worked very hard. And I know, like my ex-wife for example, I'm sure, even though a Colombian woman, Laura, I'm sure still to this day she'd be honest enough to say that I shared everything with her. I didn't have like, this is mine and this is yours, and at the same time I was earning $20,000 a week, and I never seen that as mine and that is hers. And we had a wonderful life in Australia and Colombia and travelling the world, me and my ex-partner. I know Kasia wanted to have that, and we did. We had that before she was pregnant with Ava, but she told me she couldn't have children. She told me she had tried to have children several times with her ex-partner. I knew I could have children. I didn't want to have children. I wanted to earn money and work hard and have a good life and then decide what to do. And as I got to my mid-30s, I wanted to have children. I loved Kasia, and I knew she didn't love me, and I know that's an idiot mistake, but I kept thinking maybe she'll talk herself into being in love with me. Hey y'alls, I think you'll be lucky if there's 10 people in here, my friend. Hey y'alls. This isn't, sadly for you, it's not going to be a meeting point. I don't have any way for anyone to help or assist with money. I'm not looking for anyone to assist with money, because there is no way to assist with money or any help. But I'm going to be off this because I can't afford my line rental, and I get a data package with 25 megabytes. And generally that finishing within a week. Because recently I've been watching YouTube, and I've been watching, I don't know, Christian content, crazy content, and men going off, like millionaires losing the plot, losing the country. So I'm looking forward to staying here another year or two. Then it will be dystopian. Nah, not really. I'm going to be going this week, I think. I'm going to be in Poland very soon. It's time to fight. I mean, it's time to fight. I know that these prosecutors are criminals. They're not criminal prosecutors. They're prosecutors that are complete criminals. They're child abusing, low-life criminals. They're assisting one another, and all they can do is make false allegations. I mean, they put me in as a terrorist. They're still using the woman that lied allegations, but they're now creating their own allegations because they're shit scared of me, and I know why. Krzysztof Brzezinski's got people watching, because you know I'm going to get you, Krzysztof. And the thing is, I don't need to come and attack you. You've done it. You've done the work to attack you. You've done everything you need. I'm going to watch, and you're going to see me watch. You're going to be and suffer the same ways you've made my children suffer. And that goes for you as well, Prosecutor Catherine, but you're a terrorist. That's slightly different for you. You're going to get done for terrorism, and you're going to live as the life that a terrorist should live. Maybe not slung to Guantanamo Bay, but you will live the life of a terrorist prosecutor, Catherine. And Kasia, you and your family. Please, 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 please repent. Please say sorry. You don't need to go to any of those crazy Catholic cult church buildings and pray. Pray to God right now. Get on your knees, ask for forgiveness, tell them your sins and say sorry, because you're going to hell if you don't. You, your mother and your father are going to hell. You're going to hell along with all of those prosecutors. I mean, you're going to have a long time in that place in hell. And you're going to burn in hell. But you've got an opportunity while you still live and breathe. It's not up to me. I would forgive you in a second. I'd forgive you, your mum, prosecutor Krzysztof Rosinski. And it would take you saying sorry. And allowing me to see my children. The word would go over my head, but my children would run towards me. I'd be the happiest father in this world. I'd be the happiest man on earth. And all it takes is for Krzysztof Rosinski, prosecutor Catherine, my ex-partner, her mother, her father. I won't talk about her brother, because if you meet him, you'll see that he has been abused. I mean, you can tell he's been abused. With Kasia, it's more difficult to see, but as soon as you have a conversation with this child abusing piglet, you will find out she has no control. She abuses our children every day. She'd be lucky if she actually sees our children every day, because she never wanted kids. She lied and said she couldn't have kids, and by the time we had them, she was abusing them. She's like, if there's any way to make money from them, she would do that. She's never been a worker, she's never been capable, and if she was, she's good at making beds and pouring a pint. She done that at my brother's hotel. She made beds in my brother's hotel. That's how I met her. Her boyfriend Leszek was a great guy. And I didn't go in between their relationship, not at all. She cheated. She went with another, at least handful of men from the same hotel. I didn't know these things at the time. I didn't know any of this. My brother never told me this. I guess that's why we don't speak a lot now. He feels part of that, but I just still went with Kasia. I mean, I was awestruck. You know the real word I'm trying to say, but I was awestruck with Kasia. I thought she actually liked me. I mean, if in any way, being 7 years older than her and having relationships in the past, I knew nothing. I knew nothing to what this girl, a lot younger than me, done and showed. And now I'm thinking, she is a predator. Men will always take a side. Men will always have done and always will do take my ex-partner's side. Polish women that live locally will take her side, but not all Polish women. Lots of Polish women support me. I've Polish friends come to court with me. I've had a woman that's stage 4 cancer who really wanted to support me, and she had stage 4 cancer, and she came to court with me, and a Polish woman, a mother, came to court with me. Just me and this lady went to Glasgow Wielkopolski's court, in the family court, and criminal courts know this. And that woman stood there and spoke for me and my children, and she is broken. And that was Judge Agnieszka Blanc. Judge Agnieszka Blanc. And we've seen you many times, and you supported the child abuser because she's Polish. Is this Halo 2 for PSP? God, that's like, I don't even understand the jokes. Even when I'm a butt of your jokes, I don't get your jokes. I don't mind being a butt of your jokes. I mean, I'm thick-skinned. I'm thick as well. So by being thick-skinned and thick, I get to just smile. Look, my children aren't here and I still manage to smile at times. I come on and moan every day about not seeing them. I still manage to smile at times. But I won't be on tomorrow, nor the next day, because sustenance and food is going to have to come first, and I don't have any of that. This runs out today. I hope it runs out now. Look, my man, just say it on random videos to boost post. Also gets a funny reaction most of the time. There's no joke, man. Is this Halo 2 for PSP? There's no joke, man. I just say it on random videos to boost posts. Thank you very much. I didn't know that you would boost a post. That makes sense, my friend. Now, I'm quite a slow old man. And I was trying to figure out what Halo was, and I knew that's some kind of computer game, but yeah, thanks very much for that. You are a smart kid. Nice one. It's an old Xbox game. Right. I thought it was a new thing. It's newer for me because the last thing I kind of played was a Sega Mega Drive. I swapped it for my PlayStation. I swapped wee Kip Finnegan. I swapped it with my mate's wee brother because my mate's wee brother was a crackpot and he still is to this day. A very good man, hard-working man, businessman, like his brother. But maybe part of these cults that I don't like, I've no idea, who knows. But everyone is these days, apart from me it seems, because I am never going to join cults just to find favour from Catholics, Protestants or groups that have funny handshakes. I don't want to know your funny handshake. I couldn't care less. I want to know my children. It's good to, I'm actually learning things. I wish I maybe could come on tomorrow. Nah, I'm bored and awake for some reason. I don't know why you're on my live page. Thanks, mate. Where are you from, man? Dutch Knoll? Dutch Knoll. Anyway, I don't know why I'm on your page, mate. Some random Scottish guy having a cry. Thanks for putting the Halo comment. It does make sense. Iowa, USA. Big shout out to Iowa, USA. Now, I watched, I would never watch this, but I did watch some young guy, and he was amazing. I don't trust him or anything, but I do love him, and I love his partner. He's called Ryan Trahan. I seen him visit all 50 states in 50 days, and he went to Iowa, and I became addicted to watching Ryan Trahan. Now, I've not seen him since. I watched maybe about 20 of the 50 states. I enjoyed it, and his wee partner Haley. Now, I do always, like, my mind works weird, and I see things behind these Ryan Trahan videos and things, which was great. It was a great thing. I know it was for children's cancer. Now, that's the first alarm bell with me, children's cancer, when we know we could give children linseed oil and cottage cheese, and then that would be better than any cancer treatment. Linseed oil mixed with cottage cheese. Why don't we give kids that every morning? Oh, 50 people disappear when I say that. Schlag? Is that what you're saying? Flacker. Anyway, Iowa, USA, thanks very much. Thanks for the input with this Halo comment. Just thanks for the input for coming on randomly. There's a wee look at the sunshine in Scotland, in Glasgow. And the flats round about. Schlag! Is that what you're trying to say? Is that the voice you're doing it in? I don't know where that comes from, but I remember it. Are you schlag? Right, my mum's sitting in there. She's losing the ability to walk. Good morning. Good morning, Zach Morgan. Guten Morgen. Oh, he's so funny, he can speak German. No! Nie rozumiesz Niemcy. I don't understand German. Listen, I've been on here 59 minutes. My God, I've wasted an hour in my morning. I could have used that hour worrying about my children. I could have used it crying, reading. I could have used it in the toilet. Oh, I love in the toilet. I mean, if you like sitting in the toilet and spending that wee bit too long, that's why you've got piles. Stop sitting down, get up and wipe properly. Wash the back end. That's my advice for the day. Thanks very much. You've been lovely. Just for the last few seconds, if a few people can pop a like so I can get double figure likes, because you see these, like my family, my brother's married to an Indonesian lady, and she can go like, oh, I've never been famous, I want you to press like, and she'll get like 1,000 people pressing like just by 10 seconds of video by saying like. I understand why people won't listen to me saying that. But it would be nice to get to double figures and go, look, mummy, look, mummy. My mummy's in her mid-70s. Look, mummy, people like me. People love me. People are supporting my children and I. One day we will get to hug each other and Polish child abuse will stop. I hope. But that means we have to shine a light on the child abuse. Yeah, I'll read something before we go. Good morning, thanks very much, Zach Morgan. I'm glad I came across your page, actually. I need this energy. I need your energy. I need Iowa's energy. You know, I had so many American friends. It was an American guy, Mike from Boston, that assisted me in building my business. And you know, he helped me when I had not a penny in Australia. Mike Irving helped me when I didn't have a penny in Australia. Now, I worked for a short time, and then I hit this. He said, Joe, apply yourself. Within 6 weeks in Sydney, in Bondi, working with Mike, I was earning $1 million wage in Australia, in Sydney. We're working with this guy from Boston. So if you know Mike Irving, he's still got a company called Pace, P-A-Y-C-E. He lives in Western Australia. If you really want to become a millionaire and learn how to do that, I could replicate that quite easy now. I could do that. I've got no interest in money, and if I get money, the child abuser gets it stolen from my bank account and brought across to pay for her life, and nothing to do with having payments for children. Because I send gifts, electronic gifts, good gifts, bikes, any of that stuff. She rejects it because the children don't want gifts. The children want money for her bank account to go up so she can go on holiday. That's what men get to do when they have children with child abusing Polish women. Anyway, that's well over an hour. Thanks very much. Thanks, mate, from Iowa, so much, man. I will try and get on. I'll be back on Thursday or Friday. Already said that. I'll not be on Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, because I don't have any money for food or anything like that. But I will get it. You're watching Love from England. Zach Morgan, whereabouts in England are you, mate? Whereabouts in England are you, mate? Whereabouts are you? Yeah, much love from Scotland, brother. Take care. It's been nice to speak to Iowa. It's been lovely to speak to England. I hope, please, 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 if you can look up Gorzów, G-O-R-Z-O-W, just put W-L-K-P, Gorzów Wielkopolski. Send any kind of information through to the Polish embassy to say, we understand that you are abusing children. And Joseph Day, this father here, Joseph Day, is willing to come and speak to you, and he's willing to come and speak openly about all the charges put against him. Good old Manchester. You know, I do like, it's like Glasgow, Manchester, Liverpool, although there's always something between our towns. I think we've got a good relationship, and it stretches as far as Dublin as well. I believe even in Manchester, most of us don't think of ourselves as Southerners. And I've never had any hate for the Scotland-England thing, not at all. Most of my family live in Peterborough, but they're the most hardcore Scottish people I know. They wear like Scottish tops and stuff. I'm loving seeing the English flag getting put around the streets. I'm loving seeing the Union Jack, even though I was a Celtic fan with the Irish flag, that nonsense. It's all one, it's all the same thing. Good and bad people. Well, no. We are all good and bad people. Love Scotland. Forget the hate, that's very, very true. But, you know, it's like I come on here and I do feel filled with hate, and it's the kind of the first mentions that people get. I'm not filled with hate. I'm filled with fear and worry. The fear is over, where are my children this minute? Who's with them? And how do they feel? Do they feel safe and loved? And that is the constant thought in a father's head. That is the fear for a father. There is no fear of dying. There is no fear of being bullied to death. There is no fear of someone coming and killing you. I want that to happen most minutes of most day. I want someone to end my life. Because the fear of not knowing how that my children have any kind of safety, any kind of happiness, that fear never leaves. I've seen my son and daughter reach out and run towards me, And I've seen them dragged for doing so. I've seen them shouted at and hit for running towards me and saying they love me. And that is the most heartbreaking thing. I've got this in camera where my children, my son, he's shouting tata, tata, and he's running towards me. And her father, supposedly a grandfather, grabs my son and stops him from running to me and starts to shout that I'm a thief and a liar and abusive. He is holding my son when my son tried to run and he's shouting at me. I've got this on camera. Poland ignores it. They don't look at me as the father of my children. Sorry, I'm reading this. Alex. Truth, compassion, moral courage, sovereignty. Know thyself, know thy enemies in their multitude. God bless all who speak truth to corruption, and for brotherhood over personal enrichment 100%. Personal enrichment is not an important thing. Look, I mean, I want you to see, I get told every day that I look after her, that people think I'm male manicure type of thing. I get nothing, man. I mean, I've got nothing. I'll show you show you this. Like, my clothes are ripped to pieces. Can you see that? You see this? I'm poor. I'm wearing ripped clothes round my street. We're from Donegal. Oh wow, I love Donegal. I've got so much family in Ireland. I used to play Gaelic football. I played at the UCD in Dublin. It was on Eurosport. Loved Gaelic football, man. I broke both my arms at the Gaelic Football World Cup. That was 1994. We played that. I think that was when Croke Park was done up. Croke Park was done up 1994 or 1996. I can't remember. I think it was 1994. It must have been 94. That's when I got capped for Scotland, broke my arms, but we got annihilated. We got beat off Canada. And that was big boys from Canada. I was a 17-year-old lad, and I'm built like this, you know. Obviously I'm big and strong now. You're all frightened because I'm dead scary. I'm a dead scary man. Yeah, but I don't need things. I used to buy designer clothes and designer things all the time, but that just came along with the 20 grand, 25 grand a week I was earning. Used to fly, go in a helicopter, right? Just do random things which cost a lot of money. Now, I don't have anything. I live in a couple of pound, like really a couple of pound each day, not even a couple. I come this way to speak to my mum, use her Wi-Fi, see she's alright and still breathing. Morning. And some nice ladies come along.
Hello there, Mrs. How are you?
And do the same.
How are you?
Now I don't see any of my family a lot, but I come here to see my mother. And the reason I'm not leaving right now is you always think something's going to happen, but you can't live your life in that way. I would love to just walk and start meeting up with people. Jean said, hi, hello. Can you please show the greenery? There you go. There. I'm sorry, but that's it. That is the greenery. Speak Gaelic? Ah, I can't speak Gaelic. If there's Irish people. I mean, I can tell you what was on the team sheet. My name is Shamus Dow. My name's Joseph Day. But yeah, I can't speak Gaelic. I'm lucky if I can speak English. I get called subtitles in Australia. I think that's why Mike Irving, the American, wanted to make sure that if I can show this guy can make $1 million a year, I can help anyone make $1 million a year. And they were right. If you can make me earn $1 million a year, you can make anyone earn $1 million. So if any of you are into marketing, 101, I'm sure you know about keeping an attitude, maintaining your attitude, being on time, being prepared, working your hours. What's your mother language tongue? My mother language tongue is probably your second language. My mother language is English, obviously. My mother's language. Doesn't have a vast vocabulary, but she's a great mother. My dad died too soon, like most men. I don't think there's been a man in our family past 64. And I've said that before, but hey, this is live. So if you're on listening twice, you lucky, lucky little thing. What? What? This isn't better than greenery? Get away! Right. This has been all far too lovely. I'm going to get Budvig protocol done. That means I'm going to go to Asda. I'm going to let it scan my face, see if I'm happy or sad, see what age I am. And that's what all your Asdas are doing. All your Walmarts in the States. They're scanning our faces. Now, if they scan my face, they're going to see a lot of wrinkles, grey hair and yellow bits in it. My teeth are actually starting to get better, but I am Scottish and these are only used for munching on sugar and porridge and kilts. Today's Monday. I'll get to see you Thursday or Friday. And if you come back on, I promise I'll wear a shirt that doesn't have any rips in it. And I might put on a wee tie as well, but as soon as that happens, I'm the one that's been hanged. Bye bye, hangman. All the best. Love you. What's this? It's like I can see things on this now. Forgive me, I'm going away. I am just trying to read these last things. Why are so many trash cans? Well, this is the back garden, and there's a couple of Eastern Star, 2 wee Freemason men. It's like old people live in this building. Lots of old people live in the building, and I need to come and like empty my mum's trash or make her a wee bit to eat and stuff like that. Well, I don't need to. I feel better when I do it. I feel better about me. Ooh, I've done something nice. So I'm sure some of these trash cans are for plastic, some's for trash and some's for paper. There you go, learning something new every day. Nice, sincere accent. Thank you very much. Oh, I wish my son doesn't even speak English. My ex-partner and her mother made sure that he didn't learn English. My daughter could speak English, but she speaks perfect English and Polish. But they stopped my son from learning. I wish he was able to have the Scots language or the Scots tongue, and my daughter, but that just shows you how much hate can come from women that abuse children or men that abuse children. Because you have to be a special kind of evil to hurt children. No, I don't live with other tenants. It doesn't matter if you realise, but I know I don't live with other tenants. I live on my own from the home where my children were abducted. Their bedroom is still the same from 6 years ago now, 5.5, 6 years ago when they were abducted, 2019, by my ex-partner for the third time. I know it's stupid. It's like someone punching you in the face and just hanging round them, waiting for that next punch to come. That's what it's like. But you have to be able to trust the partner that you're with, that she's not going to abuse your children. And if you don't give them that trust, none of it makes sense why women are abusing children. Gorzów Wielkopolski, Jana Pawla II, they're abusing children, you know that. Thanks very, very much for coming on. I don't have any top-up credit or data available for the next few days. I hope to be able to buy a top-up voucher on Thursday or Friday, and if I do, I'll get to see you. Or if I manage to come down here, I know there's Wi-Fi about here, I can switch that on. But this is... it's grinding me down. Not speaking to you, not seeing my children. It'd be great to... if there's anyone, I mean, like... subscribe if you want to get in contact about going a wee travel to Poland, about changing what it is you're doing. If you want to change your life and change your diet and start eating properly, you can contact that way. But I wouldn't be taking advice off me right now. That's all I can warn you about. I wouldn't take advice off me. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye.